do those matchups look like for Nina?
Well, Dragunov matchup isn't pretty for anybody. He's very cheesy character, does a lot of really oppressive, always up in your face, a lot of cheesy grabs. As for Brian, I just got to look out for a lot of. He's really good at carrying characters to walls, so like a lot of his combos, and that's exactly where he wants you to be. He'll get you over there, and then he'll just keep poking and prodding at you until you're dead and you're on the wall. As for Lydia, that's a matchup I'm worried about in terms of just knowledge. You don't see a lot of Lydias in CFGC, and I just don't come across a lot of them.
Characters in this game, and every single character has like 300 plus moves. That's a lot of information to take in. So just the more time that you play in this game, you will naturally just get better. Obviously with every game that's true, but even here, like, your knowledge of what the opponent can potentially do or what you can do, what your options are.
Heat engage into that grab, so Moss will be sitting down. We did see Dragunov trying to go for it all. That move does a ton of damage, but the Nina grab does go through. One kick to the
right now is that Mossman used to always start with heat immediately. He would go for a heat engage off the rip every single time. Now he's kind of adapted. He's waiting to use it later.
Of utilizing the space, and we're playing on one of those stages where the walls are super far away. Dragunov dashes forward, but baits out the Rage Art. It is blocked, and Dragunov
super quick when you're looking at frame data. But right now, it looks like Mossman is on kind of a perfect streak here.
Yeah, going for a really nice grab string and is able to get all the damage and able to use the heat reactivation to keep the pressure, and does what Dragunov did in the third round back at him, baiting out the Rage Art to close out the round. Mossman taking the first series.
Really stressful series to start. Going into game 5, now you just have to, as he's doing right now, as you can see, he just has to breathe.
Mossman plays the most, and yet even so, he was brought all the way to the wall. Does get a little bit of breathing room, but one good hit into that launcher means that Mossman will lose the first round. Pressure to try and close it out. Goes for the grab. Does get hit by another low from this Jin player. Jin trying to go for it all there. Won't connect, and one quick slap to the face will be feeling the pressure. We do see the Rage Art come out, and it does connect this time around. Jin will take round 3.
Really close round there. Mossman was at about 15-10.
Get into this Jin's head. They've been blocking a lot of the lows throughout this game and could continue doing just that, but instead will eat another launcher and the Jin drops it. Nina able to dash around. Both players sitting at a distance. Moss going for it all. Does sit still. I don't believe this Rage Art connects. It doesn't. And Mossman will be able to secure another. Again, losing effectively a third of his health, but gets the grab on the Power Crush, which means that it will do just a little bit extra damage. And look at that heat dash.
But he's able to grab out of it looks like.
Yeah, the Power Crush just barely misses, which means that it will be able to grab. We do see Power Crush again. Mossman sitting on chip health, which from the Jin player will keep the pressure going, as one more Power Crush, 2 more Power Crushes. Is the end lag enough on this move? No, it is not, which means Moss will get the grab and secure round 3 for as sort of respect, as Jin going for another one of those flip moves and trying to get that engage. Instead, will keep feeling the pressure. A couple of hand slaps into the wall means end wave from the Clive, trying to get a little bit of bar heat up, but instead will eat a heat reactivation. The floor breaks, and Moss will keep that combo. Combos that deal a just metric ton of damage. Instead, here comes one grab from Mossman. The get up attack into the Power Crush will secure another round.
You might as well try it out now and see how it goes. So I respect it.
And we do see the Power Crush there. It is blocked once again. I, again, thought that the lag might have been enough. Really flashy move and get a solid chunk of damage in return.
Yeah, but the mission was already succeeded for Mossman. The only thing he wanted there was to get out of the wall, and he did exactly that. But now, and her grabs also come out incredibly quick, as we see. There's just so much pressure that Nina is able to exhibit if she can get on top of you.
Yeah, and we do see Clive up against the wall. Look at how Mossman has grown.
Yeah, I mean, Clive had literally no capability to do anything until he was onto the wall, but even still, the combo basically kept.
There are those slaps. We do see Clive connect the grab, but does get grabbed. Is this grab string going to do enough? Not just yet. One good hit from either side. It's a clank, but Clive walks away. Happy to lose that round, is keeping the pressure going and getting a ton of damage, calling out the Power Crush into the grab. Clive living on a sliver, but dodges into the foreground, and the kicks connect. Mossman going 5-0 to start off the night.
Momentum. That is That is the name of the game now.
Still, Mossman will be able to close the round. There are a lot of tools in Lydia's arsenal right now as those stances come into play. There's heat online and a rage art.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. The Lydia
Throws out a move, and yeah, Nina was super far away, but I don't care. I am willing to fling myself at you the entire way as we see a strong grab combo deal a ton of damage and even
counter to it right now. The Lydia has no answer to it.
Yeah, I mean, if it works out in your favor, you will get a ton of value, but this Lydia's offense is actually pretty insane. Just look at the activation, look at the damage buildup. It's just so much. Lydia going for an extra swing. It won't KO, and that means a very strong rage art is hitting this Lydia.
Yeah, and look at the gray health too. Mossman's about to regen so much health here. That at this point now, Mossman is suddenly in the... Oh my...
This time around, using that move to beat out the Power Crush as Moss trying to use the heat to keep that momentum going, but doesn't have an answer for that move. And the heat, his pressure up against the wall so far has been intense with those crushing fists dealing so much damage. But there's that grab up against the wall.
Against the wall, everything gets really scary. Mossman has to look for more of these side steps out, but it seems like the Lydia is able to, you know, kind of see it coming, and she responds to it beautifully.
Wrong, a great tech from the Lydia, keeping herself on her toes, but there's that mix-up game. Look how quickly she strikes and almost resets herself. Able to mix up one quick foot slide into a couple of nice hits means that Lydia will be feeling her pressure, but won't go down just yet.
Yeah, Mossman, once Lydia got up against the wall, chose not to keep
out this Lydia game plan, but once Lydia gets in, that's where it's causing problems, armoring those hits and just continuing that value. Hit on the Power Crush, going for another low, but it won't connect this time around, and this Lydia has a pretty good track record of winning rounds at this health, so Mossman needs to find an opportunity to close.
Going, kept the blocks up, and was able to finish the round out, but now Moss got the Lydia up against the wall with the heat art. It's dropped now, but a lot of damage coming out.
Yeah, and a perfect round to even think does not have the install mechanic online. Instead, will just have a ton of damage. Moss mixing up with the low, but there comes the combo. Mixing up into the low sweep. Will it be able to combo? It will, and as of right now, it is not working out this time around. We do see Mossman keeps the pressure going. One quick grab connects. A couple of good kicks into the Power Crush. And
the combo here, but now Lydia gets to play the game. She has a lot of gray health, but it looks like Moss was able to get it broken with the low.
Yeah, but there's that combo game off of the low. A crazy
out of it.
Good heat reactivation will be able to keep the round going. Lydia activating her heat up against the wall, but one quick Power Crush into the slap. Instead, Moss using the heat reactivation to keep a bit of distance, going for the slide. Lydia going for the hit, but it does not have enough end lag, which means a grab on Lydia's heat activation will keep that damage rolling. But both players, oh, the Lydia parry is able to close things out and secure.
Looks like he has the rage art. He's going to use it. Will it connect? It does. He takes round one.
It was a good call out because this Lydia is very, overly aggressive. It's just a lot of... Let's be clear. If you don't know what to do, blocking is your best friend. You can get a lot of information that way. Otherwise, you can find yourself in sticky situations like this, and it will lead to the connections as Mossman is sitting on very low health with the rage art online, does find a good grab and is trying to space it out once again as he tries.
He's trying to get a really good combo here with the double launcher already on the wall, but it looks like the Lydia's able to get out, but nothing there. The Moss didn't even...
keeping the damage rolling. Rage art online. Moss has one opportunity to equalize things out. Did Moss swing? He did! The rage art will connect, and Lydia will find a final hit to close out the round.
Yeah, tough way to lose the final set. You know, now if you're Moss,